All right, hello. Today's lesson, April 8th, 2020. We are going to start off with our fluency. So our fluency here, number one, Cole went to the grocery store and his total bill was $7.26. He paid with $20. How much change should Cole get back? So he went to the store. He paid $7.26. Well, that was his total, and he paid with $20. So what do you think we're going to do? The change he should get back, we're going to subtract. So when you do this, you need to line up your decimals. Oh my goodness, $20. You're going to have 20 whole dollars and 0 cents. We're going to subtract. We need to line up the decimal here. 7 minus $7.26. Alrighty, now when we do this, 0 minus 6 you cannot do. We need to borrow. Whoop, we need to borrow again. Whoop, we need to borrow again. This 2 becomes a 1 to make this a 10. Now we have enough from this group to give over to this group. So this 10 becomes a 9 to make this a 10. Now this will become a 9 to make this a 10. Now we have enough to do 10 minus 6, in which you get 4. 9 minus 2 is 7. Drop your decimal. 9 minus 7 is 2. 1 minus 0 here is 1. So this is money. You will get $12.74 back. Make sure you write this on your separate sheet of paper that you should have with you. Circle it. This is what you're going to type in the answer document on the Google form for today's lesson. Number 2, fluency. Which of the following expressions have a value greater, so bigger, greater than 45? Select all that apply. All right, here we go. A, we're going to add them. We need to line up our decimals when we're adding. 23 and 1600ths plus 22 and 99 cents. Remember, our decimals are lined up here because we're adding. Now, we're going to have 9 plus 6 is 15. If you need to go slower, that's fine. If you need to pause this video while you solve it, that's fine as well. 9 plus 6 is 15, so I drop my 5 and I carry my 1. 9, 10, 11 here. What do I need to do? Drop the decimal, drop it like it's hot. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 1 plus 3 plus 2 equals 6. 2 plus 2 is 4. 46 and 1500ths, is that greater than 45? Yes, I'd rather have $46 than $45. A is a correct answer, but we need to select all that apply, so we need to keep going. Alrighty, let's do 60 minus 16 and 200ths. So we need to line up our decimal points. 60.00 or 60 and 0 minus 16 and 200ths. Line up your decimal, remember? Alrighty, 0 minus 2 you cannot do. So we need to borrow all the way over here. This 6 becomes a 5 to make this a 10. Now we can borrow from this 10 to make it a 9 to make this a 10. Now we can borrow from that 10 to make it a 9 to make this a 10. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 0 is 9. Drop your decimal. 9 minus 6, 3. I'm sorry, I'm off the page a little bit there. My bad. 5 minus 1 is 4. So 43 and 9800ths. Oh, that's not greater than, that's less than that. So not B. I'm going to cross it out. Now we have 19 and 23 thousandths plus 21 and 5600ths. Line up your decimal. 19 decimal 023 21 and 5600ths. You can put a placeholder of 0 here. And we are adding here. 3 plus 0. You are going to get, let me change my color. 3 plus 0 is 3. 6, 7, 8. 5 plus 0 is 5. Drop your decimal. 9 plus 1 is 10. We're going to put our 0, carry our 1. 2, 3, 4. 40 and 583 thousandths. That is not greater than 45. All right, let's check the last one. 70 and 95 hundredths minus 19 and 99 hundredths. Ooh, subtraction. We are going to line up our decimals. 70.95 minus 19.99. Alrighty, 5 minus 9. We can't do that. So we need to borrow. This 9 becomes an 8. This 5 becomes a 15. 15 minus 9 is going to be 6. 8 minus 9. We can't do that. We can't borrow. 7 becomes a 6 to make this 0 a 10. Now we have enough to borrow. So this 10 becomes a 9. I apologize, it's squishing in there. So this 8 becomes 18. 18 minus 9 is 9. Drop your decimal. 9 minus 9 is 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. 50 and 96 hundredths. Is that greater than 45? Bingo. Yes, it is. Alrighty, let's go to our... So our answer here is A and D. Make sure you have those written down on your paper. All right, let's move on to our daily math review. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so we are going to look at number 3. Carly's packing bags for treats at a party. Every bag has exactly the same treats in it. Carly has 27 granola bars and 36 small Rice Krispie treats. What is the greatest number of treat bags Carly can make? Hint, hint, hint. Greatest common factor. So we are going to find the greatest common factor of 27 and 36. Let's do our factor trees. 27, 36. 27, what times what is 27? Yes. 9 times 3 is 27. Now, 3 is a prime number because we are going to circle it because 3, the only two factors are 1 in itself. So 1 times 3, that's it. 9, you can break that down even further. 9 would be what times what? This would be 3 times 3. Oh, look, we said 3 was a prime number. We're going to circle it. I'm going to draw my little table down here so we can match the socks. 27 and 36. Now, you should be writing this on your separate sheet of paper or your scrap paper. The prime factorization down here. 3 times 3 times 3, they're all the same number, so we don't need to write them from least to greatest because they're all the same. So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. All right. Now let's do 36. When you break it down, we can do 6 times 6. You can do other combinations as well. You could do 2 times 18. That could give it to you as well. 6, you can break it down. What times what is 6? Not 3 times 3. It is 3 times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 is a prime number. 2 is a prime number. So we circle them both. Same thing. 3 times 2. Both of them are prime numbers. Now, we circled them because we cannot factor any further. So our prime factorization, I'm going to write them in order from least to greatest in this case. We have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Let's match some socks. Do they have a 2 in common? No. 2? No. How about a 3? Ooh, yeah. We have a 3. This can match. And we have another 3. Yay, this can match. Now, from these, we take 1 of each. Only 1 from the pair of socks. So this 3, we're also going to take this one of these 3s. We're going to multiply them together. 3 times 3 is going to be 9. So our greatest common factor is 9. So the greatest number of treat bags that Carly can make would be 9 bags. Circle that, star it. That will be what you're writing on your answer document in the Google form. Make sure you have that. You can always pause this video to write this down if you don't have it written down. I'm going to keep moving just so that our video is not too long this time. All right, we are going to look at number 4. Let me try to fit it in on the screen here. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so, oh, I guess I can move up more. All right, so the expression C times the quantity. So when you have something here, when you have a number or a variable or a letter right in front of parentheses, that means multiply. So this means C times the quantity of 4 plus 9. So we're going to look at this expression, it's going to be equivalent. Equivalent is also another word for equal. Equal to 12 plus D. What are the values of C and D? Well, we can use the distributive property here to break this up, to make it into 2 parts instead of having it with our multiplication here. Just like this has 12 plus D, we can have something plus something here. So to use the distributive property, this C, we are going to multiply it or distribute it to each of the numbers on the inside of the parentheses. C times 4 is just 4C, or 4 times C, or just C times 4. I'm going to write it as 4C. That means 4 times C. Plus, this is a plus right here, so we're going to keep that plus. Now, C times 9. Oh, it's just going to be 9C, or 9 times C, or C times 9. That is going to be equal to, or the same as, this 12 plus D. I'm going to write it underneath. 12 plus D. Now, if we look at this separately, right here, 4 times C is going to equal 12. So 4 times what equals 12? Well, I know 4 times 3 equals 12, so C must be 3. 4 times 3 equals 12. All right, so if C equals 3, if I make this C a 3, 9 times 3, 9 times 3 is 27. So our D is going to be 27. You can replay that. You can write it down. You can pause it, whatever you need to do. So that is our answer for number 4. You're going to write C equals 3, my bad, and D equals 27. That's what you're going to write in the Google form. Alrighty, let's move on to number 5. So number 5, shoppers at a grand opening for a sporting goods store receive a gift bag when they make a purchase. How often will a bag contain both a t-shirt and pants? So in this case here, we have a t-shirt is going to be in every 5th bag. Pants are going to be in every 8th bag. So in this case, you could draw out a picture and mark every 5th bag and every 8th bag. But in this case, what we are going to find, what did we do in the last lesson on Monday? Oh, maybe the least common multiple. So the first bag that will have a pair of t-shirt and a pair of pants will be in whatever the least common multiple of these 2 numbers will be. So we're going to find the least common multiple, the LCM of 5 and 8. So 5 and 8, I'm going to write our numbers that we're going to find the multiples. Now let's find multiples. Multiples of 5. Well, 5 is a multiple of 5. We're going to start with 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and it can go on and on and on. Let's see if we have enough to figure out the least common multiple between 5 and 8 when we do 8. Also, 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4, 5 times 5, 5 times 6, 5 times 7. That's another way that you could find your multiples. All right, multiples of 8. We have 8. And then we have 16, 24. Then we have 30. Then we have, I'm sorry, 32, my bad. 32. And then we have 40. Then we have 48. Oh my goodness. It could go on and on and on. But what did we find? I found a number they both have in common. Yeah, 40. They both have 40 in common. So the first number that they have in common, the first number, 40 is going to be our least common multiple. So how often will a bag contain both a t-shirt and pants? Every 40th bag. Every 40th bag. Whoa, my handwriting is sloppy. I apologize. That is going to be what you're going to write in the Google form for the lesson today. All right, we're going to move right along to our air practice questions. Again, pause the video if you need to. Rewind it, whatever you need to do. Number 6, Jenny's saving for a bike that costs $150. She's saved up $50 so far. Which inequality, inequality is going to, a side note, inequality is going to have either less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So which inequality represents the amount of money, or M, that she still needs to save for her bike? So her bike, it costs $150. Well, she already saved up $50, so we can take that $150 and subtract the $50 she already has saved. 0 minus 0 is 0, 5 minus 5 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1. So she still needs to save $100. Now, it has to be either $100 or more than that. She cannot save less than that. It needs to be at least $100. So, M, the amount of money she saves, is going to be at least $100. So we can get rid of B right away. Because not $50. That's how much she saved already. Now, this one, M, when you have a symbol that looks like this, the bigger side, the big mouth is going to eat the bigger numbers. So M is greater than, because this is pointing, the bigger mouth is pointing to the M, so that's going to be bigger. So M is greater than or equal to 100, or $100. So she needs to save up. This is saying she needs to save more than or equal to $100. Yeah, she needs to save about equal to $100 or more. So that should be our answer. Let's double check though. M is less than or equal to $100. No, she can't save only $90 or anything under $100. It must be more than or equal to $100. Good. So that we can get rid of that. So far we're on the right path. M is less than $100. Nope, she can't save anything less than. So our answer for sure is A. So A is what you're going to type in the Google Doc for question number 6, the answer. All right, air practice number 7, Jasmine. Ooh, I need help if I move this over. Jasmine has more cousins than Brenda. Brenda has 4 cousins. Using this information, answer the questions that follow. Part A, if J equals the number of cousins that Jasmine has, then write an inequality comparing her cousins to the number of cousins Brenda has. So Jasmine has more cousins than Brenda. Brenda has 4 cousins. So Jasmine, J, is going to have more cousins than Brenda. Brenda has 4. So we're going to put our variable or our letter on the left, and we're going to put our Brenda 4 cousins, the 4, on the right. Jasmine has more cousins than Brenda. Not more, equal to, or greater. No. Not greater than or equal to her cousins. Just more. So J is going to be greater. So J is going to be bigger. Jasmine has more cousins. That's it. That's it for part A. So that's going to be, you're going to just put part A in the Google Doc. J is greater than 4. You can type it out however you need to do it. Part B, draw a number line describing the inequality you wrote for part A. Yes, this is a little bit more challenging. However, it is not too very bad. Let's draw a number line here. Easy peasy. We can do it. All right, let's put maybe a 0 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. -1, -2. I'm going to number my label, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to number my number line. Maybe I'll do a 5. There we go. And it can go on and on. Now, the J is going to be greater than 4. Part B, you do not need to put in the Google Doc. Do not need to put in Google form. So, all you're going to write in the Google form is this first one, part A. But part B, when we draw our number line, the number line, we are going to be at J. So J is going to be greater than 4. So our number we're going to start at is 4. So it's not equal to 4, so it's going to be an open circle. That means it could be anywhere around 4. Now, we need a shade. This means J is greater than 4. So J is going to be any number greater than 4. So we are going to shade the side that is going to be bigger than 4, which is all of everything on the right. So that means she cannot have 4 cousins. She could have 5. She could have 6. She could have 10. We don't know. So that will be what your number line looks like. But you do not have to put that in the Google form. Only part A. All right, pause as you need. Here we go to the last one of our air practice. Number 8, part A. So number 8, what inequality is represented by the following number line? So this number line, there's an open circle. An open circle means that it's going to be either greater than or less than. A closed circle, so I'll write that over here. An open circle, greater than or less than. If it is a closed circle, it is going to be greater than or equal to, I'll write the symbols here, or less than or equal to, or it could just be equal to. Now, this inequality here is open circles, so it's going to be either greater than or less than. Now, when we do that, we are at 45. So we are going to put a variable, so any number x, we'll just put x here. And we're going to have something greater than or equal to, or greater than or less than what number it's pointed at here is 45. So we're going to put any number on the left, and then we are going to have it as 45. Now, x is going to represent any number that could be on this number line. The shaded region is going to be the right of this. So it's going to be any number that's going to be, on the right side, which would be 46 or 47, 48, or beyond. Any number bigger than or greater than 45. So x is going to be greater than 45. That's what you're going to write in your Google form. Don't worry, we will have another week that we will be practicing with this stuff. So do not worry and do not stress if you do not completely understand this. We will be going over it again. It is absolutely fine. Do not stress. Part B, which of these situations, 1 or 2, could be represented by the number line, and how do you know? So, number 1, Mark needs to earn more than $45 in order to buy a new hockey uniform. Yeah, okay, let's check the next one. Lisa earned less than $45 babysitting last month. So this means x is greater than, because the bigger mouth eats the bigger number, if you have your little Pac-Man here, greater than 45. So it can't be less than. More than means greater than. So Mark needs to earn more than $45? Yes. So it would be 1. How would you know? So you can just describe this. You do not need to write this. All you would need to do is put in your Google form, x is greater than 45. And then you can put a comma and you can just put the number 1 saying that the first one is, because more than means the same thing as greater than. $45, yep, so he's spending more than $45, which is the same thing as greater than $45. It's not Lisa because she earned less than $45. So in this case, we would rather be Mark here. Well, he needs to earn more than $45 to buy his new hockey uniform, but we would want to earn that. So he's going to raise up to more than $45 to buy his hockey uniform. So go ahead and pause or rewind as you need and enter all of these into the Google form. Again, the only thing you need to put in the Google form for number 8 is this right here. Alrighty, have a wonderful day.